very good afternoon and a warm welcome to the High1 Resort for this, the final round of the High1 Ladies Open here on the KLPGA Tour. Timothy Lowe here, so wonderful that you could join us on this Sunday afternoon where Lee Jae-young takes a one-shot lead into this final round, courtesy of a terrific closing birdie yesterday. This is the final group. Im Jin-hee played herself right into the picture. The stellar round of golf yesterday in the final group alongside Jae-young, and able to get that to drop at the 9th. Currently, it's the defending champion Han Jin-seon who sets the pace in this championship with a spectacular front nine of 32, which included that hole-out eagle at the 7th. Jung Seul-gi, she's in the penultimate group this afternoon and continuing to fire at flagsticks as she's done all week. This is Jae-young chasing the first KLPGA Tour title. She's also chasing Han Jin-seon. Par 37 to the turn for Jae-young Lee. But if it's any consolation, found herself in a similar spot yesterday. Didn't make a birdie on her card before she romped home in 31 shots. This is the lady who leads the championship at this stage. Jin-seon coming into the 10th. 73 meters left. Touch unlucky, kicking on the downslope and releasing on forward, but that's okay. Martin Sol get herself within one of Jin-seon. That's a golden opportunity slip by. Up the Korean Women's Open this year, piecing together a very fine final round. High1 Resort Ladies Open. Kim Min-byul can move past Rookie of the Year points race leader Hwang Yo-min, who's not in the field this week, with a second place finish or better, just to get into a share of second. We saw that a lot throughout the course of this week. Putts that just hit the handbrakes, just a roll or two short. It's been another very solid week for this teenage rookie. Back 9 on Sunday, and we see the fireworks that we were treated to on Saturday, where 6 different players held a share of the lead at some stage on moving day. Two-time winner on tour this year, Im Jin-hee leads us off, just nestling into the first cut of rough. 800 million Korean won prize purse they're playing for this week at High1 Resorts. She has turned on the afterburners since we got into the weekend stages of this championship. She's got a chance to continue to press that lead at around 15 feet coming up the slope here at 10. And she is in some mood this weekend. Another birdie for Han Jin-seon. Gets to 4 under for the day. She now leads by 3. It's a birdie finish. We've got Lee Jae-young into the final group and into the lead with 18 to play. She's going to need that and then some if she wants to catch Jin-seon. Just kicks through into some of the thicker rough on the right-hand side of 10. Silky birdie putt downhill, moving to her left. And that'll move Jung Sil-gi to 7 under par. Par 3 14th, Madaso. Today just 5 paces off the right edge of the central portion of the green. Enjoying another very fine week out on the KLPGA Tour. Still no victories this year for last year's E1 Charity Ladies Open champion. She's got a look here to get to 7 under. Get to 7 under par she will. Lovely birdie at 11 for Jung Yoon-ji. Gets herself into red figures for the day. Had that horrible start with a double at 2. And a couple of birdies have settled her right on down. Got her back up to 7 under par. The longest of the 4 par 5s at High1 Resort, so Han Jin-seon not even entertaining the thought of going for this green in 2 with penalty area shots. Just going to be a layup for the championship leader. That pin just perched on the top of a little brow. Certainly want to be coming in from the fairway, so it makes it so much easier to control your distance and spin. Nicely done there. Hasn't really put a foot wrong all afternoon or all weekend, I should say. Blemish on the card came at the 14th hole Saturday. Ginny is working, see that little pump drill, trying to make sure she gets that club set in front of her pre-impact. Face nice and stable. I think this would release a bit, but the conditions have been rather soft at High1 this week. Just get a little bit of release, and it's not bad. So Han Jin-seon hold it from a similar spot in the penultimate group. Very solid day. She's needed it. Hasn't made a cut in the last 2 starts. The lady who's bagged 2 victories already this season. She is rounding nicely into form. In time for the 3rd major championship of the year, the Hanwha Classic at Jade Palace next week. Present running inside the top 5. Jaya. She conjure up some magic on this inward half for the 2nd day in a row. Just a little wide at 10, but good for distance. Lee So-mi. Just out of the right rough on the 12th. Come up the hill and 17 left for the now 5-time KLPGA Tour winner. It's on the correct side of the green and it should work its way off that slope. Good smart shot there from So-mi. Another sluggish putt, working its way uphill. Should want to move a little left in the last 8 feet. Influence from that high point on the right side of this green. Righter down the slope. Not bad. Very nicely judged. He was also involved in that 3-way playoff at Rainbow Hills with Madar Som and eventual Korean Open champion ENG. Made a terrific birdie on the 72nd hole to get herself into that position. Come runner-up in your National Open in your rookie season. That's some pretty good golfing. Now back to the leader, Jin Seon. 91 meters left into the par 5 11th. Mentioned earlier that pin position today cut just at the top of a little plateau, so you'll definitely want to fly it at least its full yardage. Should get it to stop fairly quickly. Oh, it stops pretty quickly if it goes in. That's the 2nd hole out Han Jin-seon has had today. My goodness me. I think she could scarcely believe it herself. Couldn't plot a way to play this hole any better than Jin-seon's just displayed. Another look at that. Just got a flight on that top spin. Should get a nice soft bounce. I mean, it's video game golf right now from Han Jin-seon, who holds out on the 11th to lead by 5. Unbeknownst to Jin-hee, even if this goes, she's losing ground to the championship leader. this par 5. Uphill working to her left. Easy to overread these putts sometimes. So she'll have to settle for a par, but Han Jin-seon's lead was 2 starting the back nine. It swells to 5. One hole out and around is pretty special. How about 2? How about 2 when you're leading the golf tournament and you're looking to defend the title you worked so hard to claim 12 months ago? Well, I told you Lee Jae-young's task was going to be difficult. It's getting harder by the minute. She has this to get to 9 under at the 10th. So courtesy of that second hole out of this final round, Han Jin-seon now moves to 13 under par and opens up a 5-shot cushion over Ma Da-som, Im Jin-hee, and your overnight leader, Lee Jae-young. Well, if you're just joining us this final round at the High1 Resort, Jin Xion has hit the top, courtesy of a pair of spectacular eagle holeouts. Just came off a birdie at 6, canned that one on the 7th. That took her to 3 under par for the day. At that point, opened up a 2-shot lead, and then just a couple of moments ago, birdied the 10th, and this was all over it from 91 meters on the 11th. In she went for a second eagle on Sunday. There was a sign that things were going her way, and it's her day. Well, that might have just been it. Still has 7 holes to play, but she's got a 5-shot lead. Said one of her major goals for the season was to defend this title. Scene of her breakthrough victory back in 2022. She was disappointed that her parents weren't there to celebrate with her. Well, Mum and Dad are out there striding the fairways at the High1 Resort this week, and I think they can be very proud of the way she's played so far this weekend. Still 7 holes to go, leads 5, and you've got to keep your concentration. Seeing this course can trip up even the best in the game. Sometimes it's just hard after a electrifying moment like that to just calm yourself down and put a good swing on it, but Jin Xion can do no wrong this weekend. It's absolutely in perfect position on 13. Now, jump ahead to 19-year-old Kim Min-byul on the 14th. Try and land this just right of the pin. It should kick left. Not bad. Gives herself an uphill look. Jae Young just off the fairway with her tee shot, so hybrid trying to chop it out of that right rough. Well, she could do with a hole out or two herself. Overnight leader, seeking a first win, this 22-year-old. Been close at the McCall Mona Park Ladies Open, narrowly getting pipped on Sunday by Ko Ji-yu, who's had a bit of a struggle since that breakthrough triumph. Well, Im Jin-hee will tell you, it's never over till it's over. She never really looked like being a factor earlier this year at the NH Ladies Championship at Suwon Country Club. It was a late collapse by Bang Shin-sil that handed Jin-hee the title. That 3-way tie for second at the moment. Looks like Choi Ye-rim might be just waiting for a rules official there. Perhaps a ball embedded in the rough to the right-hand side of this 12th. This one wants to creep a little right on her. Got to hit it with pace, coming uphill slightly. Beautifully holed from Kim Min-byul. Now moves into a share of second. I believe it's a two-way tie for second or better. That moves her to the top of the Rookie of the Year points race. She's in a four-way tie right now. Jin-seon. Best finish of the season was third place finish at the Daiwinia MBN Ladies Open. Only recorded 3 top 10s all season. Gets a friendly kick forward. She's in birdie range again at 12. Got a great disposition, very even keeled. Never really gets too high, never really gets too down on herself. Yeah, been a bit of a disappointing afternoon for Lee Ga-young thus far. You see, things can change at the drop of a hat. Lovely shot from Ga-young, right at it at 11. Jae-young. Never easy sleeping on the lead. That's okay. Nothing to write home about, but a birdie putt awaits Lee. Im-jin-hee. Fourth on the money list and third on the points list coming into this week. That's wonderful. Only one of the best wedge players on the KLPGA Tour, Im-jin-hee. Special golf from Han Jin-seon has opened up a 5-shot lead over 5 players. Jin-seon leads at 13 under par. See if this can perhaps spark the charge, the resurgence of Lee Jae-young a little bit on this 9. Still seeking a first birdie of this final round, your overnight leader. And she's not going to get it at 11. Five players, 5 back of this lady. It looks like she's in no mood to slow down. Jin Seon putting for birdie at 12 to get to 14 under. Not to be, but she'll happily settle for a par. Like this now to break out of that group and assume second place all by herself. He locks that left arm onto the club. Almost looks hyperextended, that elbow. There it is right there. Just a big rock of the shoulders. Try and take the hands out of it. A lovely roll after a wonderful wedge shot. Yields a birdie for Im Jin Hee. Gets herself to 9 under. Trims the lead to, well, just 4. Jump up ahead to Ma Da-som. Birdie look on the 15th. So Minji in a similar position. Started out on the right edge. Never really came back, so it's almost a straight putt. It is if you hit it hard enough, Da-som. He back at 12. This pin pretty much in the middle of the green today. If you find the fairway with her wedge game, you're thinking 3 for sure.
실례하겠습니다. 이동 멈춰주세요.
Shortest par 4 on the golf course was 13th hole. Only 303 meters with the tee moved up for this final round. Just the 3-wood required for Jin Seon. All about position on this slightly uphill hole. Look like that's leaking just a little. And still catches a piece of the fairway. Jae-young a hole further back. Finished outside of the top 25 in her last 5 starts on tour, worst of which coming last week, a 22nd place finish at the Weave Championship. Well, that beautiful Volkswagen ID4 has gone unclaimed so far this week for the hole-in-one prize at 16. Well, that's a fine tee shot from Ma Da-som. Tough to judge the distance on this uphill par 3, but Da-som has done well. So the final group working their way up the 12th. That pin, it looks like it's tucked on the front edge, but there is enough room, about 8 paces of it from the front edge to the pin. Only coming in with a little flick wedge as well. So pretty soft targets. All ahead, we find a tournament leader. The right edge of the fairway for Jin Seon. Hasn't missed a cut since the E1 Charity Open at High1 back in May. Did withdraw, citing a little illness at the Korean Women's Open at Rainbow Hills, and did open with a 1 under par 71 there as well. He's been on a nice little run of form since, a couple of top 10s after that. It's Jung Seo-ki will be first to play. The 56th on the money list. A good finish here. We've comfortably inside the top 45. Top 60 at the end of the season. Keep their playing rights for next year. And came up like a little low bullet, maybe just a touch low on the face. Poring over the numbers here, Jin Seon. It's a green that almost appears wider than it is deep. Just about see the flagstick there, left of the TV tower. Through a lot of elevation changes as you make your way through the lake and mountain nines here at High1 Resort. Sometimes a little uncomfortable when you can't quite see the level of the green or the bottom part of the flagstick. 98 meters to the hole, and it plays more like around a 103, 104 number. Little deep, that's fine. Fairways and greens will do the job. Now back at 12. Lee Jae-young. First to go from 129, ever so slightly above her feet. Just needed a friendlier kick forward. No harm done there. And at 14, Kerry Park. 36-hole leader of this tournament, getting one to drop. Well done there. Balances the books for the afternoon. Just outside the top 10. And Carey, who struggled with injury over the last couple of years since returning to the KLPGA Tour in 2017. Jinhee. Good acceleration, especially with her short irons. Generates a ton of spin. So she'll definitely need to flight this one at least pin high. Doesn't have to factor in the breeze here. There is none. There hasn't been too much wind all throughout these 4 days at High1 resorts. I did tell you she was good with her wedges. That is marvelous. Minbyo at the last of the par fives. $1 million question on this back nine Sunday. Can anyone catch the 2022 champion? It's Jin Seon up by 4. Just gotta be a little careful with the pace on this putt. So it looks flat, but players will know the wind here, and 13 does tilt gently from back to front, so it can get away from Jin Seon if she's not careful. Wonderful touch there. To putt this one from the front edge of 12 is Lee Jae-yong. Got about 6-7 feet of fringe to deal with first. Tried to hammer it through that. That's the gamble you take, trying to putt it through hairy fringe sometimes. You've got to give it so much oomph, and if your ball just glides across the top, it hits the green with too much speed, and you leave yourself an awkward comeback up to Kim Min-byul with her birdie look at 15. And another one just short in the heart. Ah, frustrating for Kim Min-byul. Gives herself a lot of chances, does this teenager. She's pieced together another fine Sunday. Lim Jin-hee trying to keep things interesting for us. This to get to double digits under par for the first time this week, and within 3 of Han Jin-seon. Watch the line on this ball. Oh, just a little left. It wasn't the roll she was looking for, and unfortunately just squanders an opportunity to put a little pressure on Jin-seon there. A bit of a let-off for Han as she steps up to 14T. Pin just 5 off the right edge. To get it closer, you have to challenge that right edge of the green. You hang it out right, that's a tough up and down. Tournament leader will take anything 15 feet thin eye left. A bit of a wipe there. Really poor contact, but she's missed it in an okay spot. Looking down at her hand, maybe just a bit of slippage. We are in summertime in South Korea. Humidity is up. The palms will be sweaty, looking for a second tour title as well. To the other par 3 of this backside, Ma Da-som after that lovely tee shot at 16. Can't convert. Let them walk away with a rock solid par. Bit of work left in this for Jae-young's par at 12. Okay, nicely holed. Seulgi next to play on the 14th. That one out right, and if you're past pin high, it's not as bad as if you were short of the green right. Still will be a pretty quick one, and working away from her as we drop back to Im Jin-hee on 13. And like so many, just opting for the 3-wood for position. Now, first look of the afternoon at Choi Ye Rim, playing in the company of Jung Seul Gi and your tournament leader Han Jin Seon. Really sparking off the round of Choi Ye Rim so far, but goodness, that was almost an ace at 14. Not that she knows it. Can't see where that's ended up. She'd be delighted when she gets to the top of the hill and sees that that's come to rest about 6 feet away. Jae-young is well forward here, just trying to trap this 3-wood, squeeze it up the fairway. Lee So-mi off a slight downhill lie at this 15th. Releases that one on nicely. He's had 6 top 10 finishes this season. So-mi, including back-to-back third-place finishes at the Lotte Open in Cheongna and the Celtrion Queens Masters the week after. Shot out of the playoff between Lee Hye-won and Park Min-ji that week. Had a bit of everything at the Celtrion Queens this year. Had hail, lightning, rain, and that was just in the final round. Jin-hee just a little deep at 13. There'll be a putt that swings hard off her right. She gets up to the green. It's the first real testy situation that your tournament leader's found herself in. Got to throw this one out right. Slope will kick it back down left to the pin. She's never really committed to throw it far enough out towards that right edge, but that's a decent leave. I liked it about half its distance. She'll take it. Lee Ga-young. Should collect a little bit. Just not enough momentum to get over that brow, but still, that's a fine shot. Land this maybe a foot past where Ga-young's ball has ended. She should get that kick and a little bit of release down to the pin. Well done. Dug its heels in nicely, and it's given Lee Jae-young a good look. She's 6 under par for this final round. Yet to drop a shot, but under the cloche at 14, Han Jin Seon. A lot of players struggle to get their putts to the hole all week long at the High1 resort. This one's coming uphill, so I just want to visualize, picture this ball ramming into the back edge of the cup and tumbling in. It's not one you want to see just creeping in over the front. It's for par to stay 4 clear. Magnificent. Really good up and down. Keeps Han Jin Seon out in front. A comfortable 4-shot margin. Yeah, let's see if Lee So-mi can string a couple of late birdies together. This is a good look at 15. Get into that share a third. Yep, got that. Such a nice roll on that ball. That arm lock putter has really given her some renewed confidence. Always been a fine ball striker. Putter has been uncooperative in patches through her career, but it's the second birdie of the day for Lee So-mi as we go back to Jin Seon's big swinging right to lefter for birdie at 13. Oh, it was looking very good, but she'll take 2 from there. She's in second place all by herself at 9 under. It's a terrific tee shot from Choya Rim at 14, but this still no gimme. Wants to move right, and it's almost a fiddly little putt where you know it's slightly uphill, but it's more across the hill than anything, so we'll still have to start this outside the left edge of the cup. If this isn't struck squarely or with enough authority, it's going to just wipe right when he gets to the hole. Now, confidently done. Brilliant 2 for Choya Rim. Back to even. That kind of day for Lee Ga-young, just the putts that were dropping with such regularity over the first 54 holes. That well's dried up. Kerry Park moved to Australia as a girl for school and picked up golf there, then moved to South Africa, played the Ladies Sunshine Tour where she is a 4-time winner, came back to South Korea in 2017, has struggled with injury and poor form, bouncing between the KLPGA Tour and the Dream Tour, but a pair of back-to-back birdies will move Kerry up to 7 under. Jae-young, could she open her account for this Sunday on 13? This for birdie. There's meat on the bone left for par.
네, 알겠습니다. 잠시만 멈춰주세요. 잠시만 멈춰주세요. 살짝만.
Running from the opposite side, so there should be back up the hill slightly. I don't think there's too much break in this. I shouldn't want to start this outside the hole. It's inside edge with good pace. It's the order of the day. Last par 5 here on the mountain course is the next port of call for Han Jin-seon. It's also the shortest par 5 here at High 1. Of course, just over 6,000 meters long, but plays a touch shorter than that due to the elevation. It's a lonely place, that 14th tee box. Jin-hee likes to work the ball right to left, so not really a pin that sets up well for a draw. She wants to challenge it. She's got to look out right at the green and sling it back. Tried to cut one in, but stays a little square with that club face. It's a little long and left. That's another green in regulation. Well, up to 16. Lee So-mi. There's oohs and ahs from the gallery. And that's a pretty good shot. Herself right around 18 feet. Ga-young now. Just trying to feed a little 6-iron in there. And that's a nice shot. Last year's Korean Open champion, Kolon Korea Open champion, Min-kyu Kim, has been watching our coverage, and he's a big Lee Ga-young fan. Unfortunately, there's been too much to cheer about this afternoon for Lee. So we go to Yoonji. It's 16 with a 6-iron. Trying to flight it, turn it over towards this pin, and that's looking very tasty. What, she has got one of the best iron games on the ladies' tour here in South Korea. Always seems to be flag hunting, the one-time tour champion. Lee Jae-young round things out for us at 14. I think you almost want to use the far left edge of this tee box just to open up the angle to that right pin position a little bit. All three players choosing to peg this one in the middle of the teeing ground. One more club for Jae-young. It's a 5-iron. I don't think she quite got all of that one. Contact sounded a little heavy. Reminder, that's Han Jin-seon who leads by 4 over Im Jin-hee midway through the back 9 Sunday afternoon. Awkward spot there for Jay. Tough to convince yourself to move that far away from the hole and hit it hard enough to let it take that slope. Back to Jin Seon, safely on the fairway at the par 5 15th. I'll keep this as far left as possible. Pins in the back right today. Just give yourself the widest possible angle and the most green to work with for that third. Going to be a slow putt for Jin Hee. Almost full whack coming up the slope from outside of 45 feet. Gayang hasn't given the Lee Gayang fan club too much to get noisy about this Sunday. This will certainly start to get their voices and throats warmed up. It's a good look here at the 14th to get her up into a share of third. We've seen in Sunday's pass, doesn't quite stay as aggressive as she needs to be on the green. She needs to be here on 14, coming up that hill. And it's going to peel off low. Easier said than done, of course. Sit in the commentary box so you're watching golf. You just hit it harder. And they're trying. No professional golfer tries to hit a putt without enough speed. Year rim, third shot coming into 14. Throw it a little left and long. Leave yourself the uphill putt. Yeah, not bad there. Good snap off the right for Jae Young's par putt. Second bogey of the day. Sliding down the leaderboard in this final round. Oh, she couldn't possibly. Had me worried for a second. She's not shying away from the targets, even with that 4-shot cushion, is she, Han Jin-seon? I'd have thought to be dropping shots now, Jin Hee. Little tester for her part. Got to stay positive with her pace. To force that one in. So a costly 3-putt makes Han Jin-seon's life just a little easier. To the 18th and Ma Da-som. Been a real beast of a closing hole, hasn't yielded too many birdies this week. Da-som will set the clubhouse mark at 8 under par. Another very tidy week in 2023 for Ma Da-som. No sophomore slump for her in her second season on the KLPGA Tour. Min Bill, a chance to make 8 under par, a rather congested number. It's a birdie putt for the 19-year-old who's lost in 2 playoffs already this season. One to Hong Ji-won and one to Hwang Yo-min. Seven under with 1 to go. Cruising for yet another top 10 finish. Just got to get this started. Should get there, coming downhill. You send a long one down the fairway at 15. You can reach the front edge of this green in 2. Just beyond the limit there for Ga Young as Ma Da-som looks to tidy up for a par at the last. And another very solid week on tour. Yeah, well done. Good playing for Da-som. 69 to close. Clubhouse mark set at 8 under par by Da-som. Yerim. Bit of a head scratcher, that one. Never really threatening the cup. But a par will do her scorecard. No damage whatsoever. Expect this one to be full send from Im Jun-hee. Look up the right side, turn her draw back up the slope. Just a bit left in this for Jin Seon. Hasn't dropped a shot all day. Not keen on starting that to drop away this late in the round. Oh, it's beautifully held. They're going in the middle and they're going in with pace. In imperious form since we hit the second half of this championship. Han Jin Seon marches to 16T. The mammoth 5-shot lead. gives you a sense of what Im Jin-hee sees when she looks up on 15. Just shrubbery, really. Line's just to the left edge of it, over that red stake. There is fairway up there, I can promise you. You're in to this back left pin on 16. Wonderful tee shot. She's been locked in on the par threes on this back nine, hasn't she, Choi Rim? Jae-young just pops one up the fairway out of the right rough. Nicely done.
플레이하겠습니다. 멈춰주세요.
Don't need to go with this flag, Jin-seon. Anything pin high right will do. It's definitely right of the pin. It's only about 8 feet right. Beautiful tee shot from Han Jin-seon. Now Min Byul at the demanding 18th. Even a player of her length, second longest hitter on tour this season, just behind fellow rookie Bang Shin-sil. She's still got to come in with a rescue club. Just a little left, but that's okay. Chipping back up the slope. Just tug that layup slightly on 15. Im Jin-hee can't really take a direct line at the pin. We'll have to look a little bit left, try and use the contours of the green to slow this one down. Went right at it, tried to toss it up in the air, just leaked it a little right. Short-sided chip shot left for Jin-hee. Coming out of the fairway, she can take an aggressive line at the pin. Lee Jae-young. And that's just poor. 61 meters, middle of the fairway, and you dump it in the bunker short. Not really what you want to see before you step in to hit your own shot of about the same yardage, but Ga-young's a seasoned pro. She'll know the miss isn't short. She'll know it's right there. Beautiful for Lee Ga-young. Somi at the 17th from just outside 30 feet. So has to work downhill there, moving a little left. Great roll.
실례하겠습니다. 핸드폰 좀 꺼주세요.
Just had a phone go off there. Jin Seon's locked in. Don't think she heard it. She rolls this one in. Can pretty much start engraving her name on the trophy for a second year in a row. Because this would swell the lead to 6. Could be just off the left edge. She can't miss today, Han Jin Seon. A 2 at 16 and a 6-shot cushion. Awkward this Jae Young, but she is on the upslope, so it's going to help her get some elevation on this. Landing on downslope as well. She's going to need all the help she can get to slow this one down. Yeah, just caught that a little thin. Come unstuck this Sunday, unfortunately, the 22-year-old. They're in for a pair of 2s. Nope, not to be. Just this tufty rough that Im Jin Hee finds herself in to the right side of 15. You've got to have some good acceleration to get your ball to come out soft from this tangly stuff. Doesn't need to cover much ground, but you need some acceleration just to get it out. Oh, how about in? Well, finds a birdie in the unlikeliest of circumstances for Im Jin Hee. After that 3-putt bogey at 14, a chip in for birdie at the 15th. Bjorn at 18. Does she want to toss this up past that slope or try and fire one low and into it? Looks like she's going for option A. Just caught in between two minds. Didn't nearly carry that as far as she needed to. A par putt now for Lee Jae Young. Pretty much sums up the day, unfortunately. This final round. Jae Young now slips outside of the top 10. First look of the day at Kim So-hee. It's a lovely shot. Leave herself that for birdie, but she's going to settle for a par, and that'd be a good week's work for Kim. Top 10 finish and a good quality field with the Hanwha Classic coming up next week, the third major of the season. Ga Young should Be a formality, this. You can hear him a mile away. The Lee Ga-young fan club delighted at that birdie fall.
핸드폰 소리 좀 안 나게 부탁드릴게요.
2 holes away from the safety of the clubhouse. You'd like to think a second KLPGA Tour win. Minbiol for her par at the 18th. Just a little sloppy. She's not going to move past Hwang Yo-min in that Rookie of the Year points race, but she's going to take a big chunk out of the 21-year-old's lead in that. It's going to be a great contest next week, not only for the Hanwha Classic, but for the lead in that points race. Yo-min will be back, as will the points list leader Park Ji-young, who's also taken this week off. Ga-young back at 16. It's going to be a disappointing bogey to finish for Kim Min-byul. That's another solid week's work. Drops a couple in her last 2 holes. That's going to be her 8th top 10 of the season. Now, In Jin Hee entered the pin on 14, didn't set up well for her. This one on 16, right in her wheelhouse. Can start it in the middle, just turn it back towards the pin. Good shot there, good distance. We're into the closing stages of this year's High1 Resorts Ladies Open, and the leaderboard looking awfully familiar with the name of Han Jin-seon perched at its very peak. in the middle of the green will be good for Han Jin-seon. Well, it's another beautiful iron shot. It's another step closer to KLPGA title number 2. Stays so stable over it. Just watch the peak of her cap. Never really moves. Very much swings around her body, around her spine angle. It's a great visual, mental picture. Now, Yerim, middle of the fairway. Nicely done. Cross-country effort for Lee Jae-young at 16. Happy to get down in 2 from there. Oh dear. Difficult day, just getting a little tougher. Looks like it's nestled down a little. So it's going to come out running for Lee So-mi through the back of the green as well on this 18th hole with a similar looking lie. Jung Yun-ji trying to get that to coax its way down the hill, slightly undercooked. That little spine about halfway to the hole and start working its way back to the right. Good for pace, not so much for line. It stayed pretty straight on her. This one with the open club face, back in the stance, hands forward, just chop down on it, have it pop out and go tumbling. Excellent technique, beautifully played shot by Lee So-mi. Jin-hee get herself to double digits under par with this birdie at 16. Good effort there. Settle for par. Currently in second place all by herself. Carey Park. It's been an encouraging week for her. Desperately trying to keep her card for the first time in her career in the KLPGA Tour. Set to go back to Q School twice, played 2 seasons on the Dream Tour. The signs are good. She's starting to find her footing out here. Not bad for pace there for Kerry. We'll have that left to secure a finish inside the top 10. Come on, Jae Young. Scramble away with a par here. Just can't catch a break, unfortunately. Should want to move a touch right for Jung Yoon-ji at the 18th. Unfortunately, Yoon-ji's going to drop one at the last, so she ends her week alongside the teenager at 6 under par. Strung a couple of birdies together around the turn. We thought it might be the start of something special, but ultimately fizzles out to a 72. A good 2-putt for Lee Ga-young. Keeps in that share of third. See the gentle pitter-patter of rain starting to fall around the High1 resort. Hopefully it stays away long enough for us to get the last two groups safely into the warmth of the clubhouse. Kerry Park. Just be a outside right edge putt. Should cash a good check this week and pick up some valuable KLPGA points. More importantly, some confidence as we roll into Jade Palace for next week's Hanwha Classic. Great 2-putt. Very nice work for Kerry Park. The 36-hole leader ends her week just outside the top 5. 71 to close for Kerry. Back on 17, Choya Rim. Easier putt here coming up the slope. Get herself into that share of 6th. Can't believe she's left another short. He's only got this little putt to clean up for another solid week in 2023. Still hasn't won this season. She's getting closer. It's going to be her third place finish of the season. Blemish-free 70 on Sunday for So-mi. Jin-seong. Another birdie putt. Much like the one on 16. A little bit longer, but it wants to fall right on her. Not this time. a little precipitation starting to pelt the players at the High1 Country Club, but nothing can dampen the mood of the defending champion Han Jin-seon, who leads by 5 with just the 72nd hole to play. Starting to get heavier, the rain. Jin-seon, she can see the clubhouse, she can see the finish line. She's right down the middle of the 72nd fairway. And this is an awkward lie. The left track for Ga-yeon at 17, standing in it. Ball outside, doesn't look like it's sitting particularly well as well. It's almost shin height, wants to come up low and left. Okay, pops it back into play, that's well done. much lock up second place all by herself in Jin Hee. One shot cushion over a couple of players at 8 under par right now, and that's nicely managed. Really starting to come down on the players right now. Hear it pitter-pattering on our microphones dotted around the golf course. That's perfectly all right for Han Jin-seon. She can start to breathe easy now. She's done the hard work. She's produced some magical moments on Sunday. She can enjoy the walk up the 18th at the mountain course, on the verge of a second KLPGA Tour title and a successful defense of her title here at High1. Mentioned those two spectacular hole-outs. This was the first. Long way back on 7. But this laser never left the flagstick. She couldn't believe it, but she'd gladly take it. A 2 at the 7th. Got her to 3 under par for the round and had a 2-shot lead. But why settle for 3 when you can make it 5? This from 91 meters at the 11th, all over it, and in it went. Third shot for Ga Young after a tee shot ended up in an awkward spot in that fairway bunker. Might just get away with a par. Full scramble mode for Lee Ga Young. Well done. Choi at the last. Very nicely done. That's going to start working its way towards the pin. How about that for a shot at the closing hole for Choi Rim? Beautifully played. Dream final round scorecard for Han Jin-seon. 3 birdies and a couple of hole-out eagles. Pushed her to the front of the leaderboard. And it was a position she would never relinquish. Jae Young, been a difficult day for Lee. Another learning opportunity. Talented young lady, just getting her career in professional golf started. course can be a lonely place sometimes. But she will come back stronger from this. Certainly has the game. We saw a lot of that right at the end of Saturday. The great birdie she made on 17 and that excellent 3-wood into the 18th to set up a birdie. Junhee, well, she's not going to catch Han Jin-sun, but as tough as 18 is playing, I'd rather be 2 shots clear of third than just the 1. Yes, falls off right at the end. Great try. I think the slight moisture in the greens had something to do with just slowing that ball down enough that it whipped right at the cup. She's had 2 wins and a third this year. Still no runner-up finishes. She is cruising for her first of 2023. Jin-seon, can she put the finishing touches on what has been a Sunday to remember for the 25-year-old? Oh, special. That is glorious from Han Jin-seon. Not only is she going to pick up a nice sized paycheck and a second win here at the High1 Resort, she's going to do it with the low round of the week. That to complete a 65. Jae Young to drop only 1. It's been an expensive afternoon for her. 4 bogeys to this point. Okay, nicely holed. That's going to be a 5th bogey of the day. Where did it all go wrong? She must be wondering. Well, she's made hard work of 17. Lee Ga-young. But this little putt left after that lovely wedge shot to save a par. It's a great lesson in this. Everyone thinks professional golfers, they stripe it, hit it P all the time. No, they're just regular golfers like you or I. You're going to hit some poor shots. You're going to be out of position. But if you've got a tidy wedge game, you've got a good short game, and you've got good touch with the putter like so many professionals do, that's where you save your shots. It's not picking up birdies, it's turning bogeys into pars. Very nicely done. Good 4 there for Ga-young. Hangs on to a share of third. Jung Seul-gi. Nothing's really materialized for the one-time winner on tour on this back 9, but she's got a chance to end with a last hurrah. Not to be. It'll be a 73 for Jung Seul-gi. So we can a share of 12. We don't see 3s too often on the 18th. It's been the hardest hole on the mountain course all week long. But this is a putt for birdie after that wonderful 3-wood from Choi Ye-rim. to be. The hunt for a first title continues for Choi Ye-rim, but it's a top 10 finish after a closing 72. For Han Jin-seon, all that's left for the low round of the week and a second KLPGA Tour crown. She's number one at the High1. Han Jin-seon defends. First player this year to defend a title on the KLPGA Tour. And it's a special week with mum and dad walking along with her. They weren't here in 2022. And she can celebrate with her parents today. What a special performance from Han Jin-seon. Does it emphatically. A closing 65 to comfortably defend her title and pick up her second win on the KLPGA Tour. Solo second at the moment. Big difference between solo second and sharing it with 4 people. She just looks so good this year. So consistent. She's going to move up into 3rd on the money list at the end of this week. It's been a season to remember for Im Jin-hee. Lee Ga-young had a tough start with a couple of early bogeys. Threw a double in there as well, but she's hung in tough. Class couldn't come fast enough for Lee Jae-young. The overnight leader, 5 over for the final round. It just feels a little flat out there right now. Winner's already been crowned. Congratulations are being offered in the clubhouse, but there's still money to play for with the final group still out on the golf course. Good news is the rain has lightened slightly. Sends that one out to the right. Im Jin-hee doesn't quite kick forward. into the onto the putting surface, but she's got room to work with. That one gets a nice downhill kick for Lee Ga-young. Very nicely played. Come on, Jae-young. Can you replicate the magic of 24 hours ago? Well, she's going to try. Saves the best for last. There hasn't been too many bright spots in the round of the 54-hole leader, but she'll be very pleased with that great strike into the 18th green. Might as well get some championship winning photos done for the 2023 champion. Not much longer before Jin Sun gets her hands on the title for a second year in a row. Ample time to thank her fans who've come out to support her despite the dreary conditions. Just these three ladies left out on the course.
마지막으로 팀 55% 소속의 이재영 프로입니다. 여러분 큰 박수 부탁드립니다.
Get down in 2, and Jin Hee has got second place pretty much all sewn up. I suppose one of the benefits of winning from the penultimate group gives you time to work on that acceptance speech and thank you speech. Full credit to the staff here at High1 Golf Resort. Conditions have been challenging this week, not only for the players, but with the rain that we had, the fog that we had. The course has held up beautifully, testament to the great work that the team, the grounds team, has put in here this week. Now Jin Hee, you can see the general lay of the land. Everything works its way to the left and away from Im. The land is about halfway there. It should go scuttling on towards the pin. Just bounced a little soft on her. Just to try to keep things interesting, Ga-young's got this to tie second. An outside look from around 30 feet at the 18th. She Could flip-flop with Im Jin-hee if she makes and Jin-hee misses. Great try. They say you learn more from your losses than your victories, and anyone who's played golf for long enough will tell you this game beats you down more often than it picks you up. It certainly beat down Lee Jae-young in this final round. And there is a chance for one final bright spot in what has otherwise been a very solid week for Jae-young. And wouldn't you know it, at the end, a birdie for the second day in a row on the hardest hole on the golf course. It's a frustrating 76 for Lee Jae-young, but she ends a rot of 4 straight bogeys with a closing 3 to finish her week in a share of 12th. Jin-hee, quite a bit of money riding on this putt. For solo second. Works off her right. This for a par. It's cost her a little bit of cash this 18th hole, but it'll be a runner-up finish for Im Jin-hee. 71 on Sunday. Hopefully the final stroke of this championship for Lee Ga-young. She'll post her best finish of the season. Runner-up, joint runner-up. Im Jin-hee, Som. And it's Han Jun-seon we will celebrate as our winner here at the High1 Ladies Open for the second year in a row. She gets doused in water and petals, and her smile has never been bigger. Congratulations, Han Jun-seon, your winner here at the High1 Resorts Ladies Open. More from High1, the prize presentation and highlights of the final round in just a couple of moments. Do stay with us, and congratulations once more, Han Jin-seon.
네, 잠시 후 우승자 인터뷰가 끝나는 대로 시상식을 진행하도록 하겠습니다. 잠시만 기다려주시기 바랍니다. 얼굴 괜찮냐고? 얼굴 겁나 먹어. 괜찮아. 수건으로 물만 좀 닦아.
하시네.
네, 듣고 있습니다. 아, 감사합니다. 네. 오늘 제가 살면서 이 글을 하루에 2번 해본 적이 처음인데, 그게 이번 시합 때 나오게 돼서 너무너무 신기한 하루였던 것 같아요. 네. 네. 아니요. 전혀 생각하지 못했어요. 근데 이제 1, 2라운드 때는 제가 생각한 것대로 이렇게 좋은 플레이가 되진 않아서 되게 아쉬운 게 많았거든요. 근데 언젠가는 나도 버디가 많이 떨어지겠지라는 생각에 계속 기다렸던 것 같아요. 일단 다른 지역보다 좀 온도가 낮은 편이라서 좀 시원해서 더 좋게 느껴지는 게 아닌가. 지금이 한창 더울 때잖아요. 그래서 좀 시원하게 느껴지는 것 때문에 기분이 좋아지는 것 같습니다. 네. 아, 네. 사실 되게 많은 분들이 많이 물어봐 주셨거든요. 근데 저는 거리감 하나만 생각하고 처음에 막 들어가는 것 같아요. 그게 왜 그런지는 모르겠지만. 네. 일단 제가 저번 대회 때는 할머니 얘기만 하고 이제 부모님 얘기를 못해서 정말 죄송했거든요. 근데 이번에 이제 꼭 우승을 해서 어머님, 아버지 얘기해야겠다 생각을 했는데 이렇게 하게 되어서 너무너무 기쁩니다. 네. 네, 감사합니다. 네. 오늘 열띤 응원 너무너무 감사드리고, 이 큰 응원 덕분에 저도 이렇게 우승까지 할 수 있었던 것 같습니다. 너무너무 감사합니다. 감사합니다.
we reflect on the great shots and key moments of this final round. And unfortunately for Lee Ga-young, we start with a bit of a head-scratcher. Wide tee shot on the first. Really had no shot from there. Could only advance it, chop it forward. Eventually would go on to make a bogey at the opening hole, and a good bogey it was at that. Lee Ga-young took a step back early. At the second hole, this was Jung Seul-gi. The 9-iron from 114. Judging the release on that to perfection. Would go on to tap that one in for a birdie. Lee Jae-young started the final round with a one-shot lead. After Ga-young's opening bogey, she would return the favor at the second. Jung Seul-gi was a lady on the move early. That a birdie at the third. Took her up alongside Jae-young. And then at the sixth, Kim Min-byul, in her rookie campaign on the KLPGA Tour, continued to impress and turn heads. That was a nice birdie, taking her within one. Second of the day. And then at the eighth, Ma Da-som, a fellow contestant in that brilliant three-way playoff at the Korean Women's Open a couple months ago, producing a gem of a tee shot en route to a birdie two there. As it was on Saturday, things were congested at the top of the leaderboard. Then up stepped Han Jin-seon, the defending champion. Started to make her move. This a birdie at 6, making it a three-way tie at 8 under par. And then little did we know, a sign of things to come. Middle of the fairway on 7, got a nice kick out of the rough, and in it went for an eagle 2 and a 2-shot lead. How'd you like to follow that one in? Well, Jung Seul-gi tried and failed into the penalty area. She dropped pitch up to here and ultimately suffer a double bogey 6. And at the par 3 8th, Im Jin-hee playing in the final group with Ga-young and Jae-young. She got things back under control, moving up to a share of second. Her first birdie of the day. Han Jin-seon was in no mood to slow down, hit the turn in 33, and then got right back down to birdie business with this 18-footer at the 10th. In a case of deja vu, 91 meters left, pin just at the top of a little shelf. And just like she did on 7, in it went for an eagle 3. The lead grew to 5 for Han Jin-seon. Well, at the very same hole, playing in the group behind her, Im Jin-hee, she would take dead aim as well. That would lead to a birdie. That would move her into solo second at 9 under, with a whopping 4 shots behind Jin-seon. And then at 14, this par 3, the rain started to come down. But Jin-seon would find one more birdie to take her lead back up to a comfortable 5-shot cushion. Lee So-mi started to put together a little charge. Well, at least she thought so with that birdie at 15. Just 2 on the day. The 70 for So-mi to share second place at 8 under par. Jin-seon. Beautifully played. Beg your pardon, that was a par putt on 14. This was her birdie at 16. Just to cap things off. He had just dropped a shot The lead grew to 6. Just had 2 holes to play. But after a 3-putt at 13, the chip in for birdie there at 15. Took Im Jin-hee back to within 5. At the 18th hole, Jin-seon just coming up short with her second shot. Had one glorious bit of touch left in the locker. Well played pitch, down to tap-in range. Han Jin-seon set post at the low round of the week, a 65 on Sunday, to claim KLPGA Tour victory number 2 and successfully defend her title here at the High1 Resorts Ladies Open. Let's head down to the prize presentation in a couple of moments. But final confirmation, Jin-seon by 6 over Ga-young Somi, Da-som and Im Jin-hee. The defending champ, the only player to finish the week in double digits under par.
대망의 우승자 시상을 진행하도록 하겠습니다. 명예 주인공은 4라운드 합계 14언더파, 총 합계 274타를 기록한 한진성 프로입니다. 여러분, 축하드립니다. 중앙에 서주시고요. 먼저 한국 여자 프로골프협회 김승미 수석 부회장님께서 우승 자켓을 시상해 주시겠습니다.
분명히 있더라고요. 작은데?
그리고 축하의 꽃다발과 함께 전달하겠습니다. 지난해 우승에 이어 2년 연속 앞으로 가게 해주시기 바랍니다. 네, 대표님 우승 소개 전달 부탁드립니다. 우승 축하드립니다. 이어서 우승 수표를 시상해 주시겠습니다. 우승 상금 1억 4,400만 원.
만보만 있어. 자, 앞에 보세요. 네, 잘하셨습니다.
네, 계속해서 우승 부상 시상이 있겠는데요. 이번에는 우승자 부상이 우승자 품격에 걸맞도록 많이 준비가 되었습니다. 이정걸 대표이사님께서 직접 주얼리를 주시겠습니다. 스미트 주얼리의 주얼리 세트 시상해 주시겠습니다.
자, 앞에 보세요.
우승 부상이 또 있습니다. 이정걸 대표이사님. 이번에는 페리스 테일러의 고급 정장 교환권 시상해 주시겠습니다.
So that'll just about do it for our coverage this week at the High1 Resorts Ladies Open. It's been a stellar performance and a great 72-hole championship once again on the KLPGA Tour. Many congratulations, Han Jin-seon, on the successful defense of her title. It's been a great week here at the High1 Resort. Do join us next week for the third major championship of the 2023 season from Jade Palace and the Hanwha Classic. Look forward to your company then. Until then, it's Timothy Lowe saying have a wonderful Sunday ahead, and we'll see you next week on the KLPGA Tour. Bye-bye for now.